What's going on, everyone? I'm Sir James from Gamerfuzion.com, coming to you guys with another review. And for this review, I'll be reviewing the Armada City of Gangsters for the Xbox 360. Note, this game is also on the PC, but my review is mainly focused on the console version. So I know what the main question is. What is Armada City of Gangsters? Well, Armada City of Gangsters is a simulation game with a tactical turn-based combat where you take the role from a fresh from the boat immigrant with dreams of living the big life. So I'm going to try to explain the story just a little bit without spoiling too much, because it's going to be a little bit hard for me to do, but I'll try my best. So obviously you're trying to, live the big life. You're trying to move into the city. And what's cool is that you actually have an older brother, which actually plays a role in the game later on. So obviously you and your brother make your way to the city and you go on your separate paths trying to, to live the good life. So you think you're actually trying to achieve a good life, but instead you actually start getting into the crime business and start putting together your gangsters and taking over places. What places, as in you're going around and, building your town, building your crime lords, achieving new gangsters into your community. Basically, you're trying to get respect and fear from the community as well. So basically, at the end, you're trying to be the Don Vito of everyone, be the big boss. While your older brother, on the other hand, is living the good life where he's actually a full-time police investigator. And then there's actually a few points in time in the game where you and your older brother kind of, collide, and then there's a whole bunch of story going on there. But like I said, I don't want to describe too much of the story for you. So basically, in the game, what are you able to do? Well, when you first start off the game, you're able to select from a variety of characters. And basically that represent your avatar. I don't think each of the looks of the character represents a different story as far as I know. I'm pretty sure they're all the same, just the voice acting of your character. And of course, during the game, you're basically building an economy system. It's basically like, it has some RPG elements, and like I said, it's a turn-based strategy. The turn-based strategy kicks in when you're into combat, which I'll get into here in a second. So let me go ahead and try to go over some of the gameplay elements. Well, as you're playing through the game, besides focusing on the story, like I said, it's a good thing to pay attention to, because at the end it kind of pays off in understanding everything. But as you're playing through the game, like I said, one of the things you're going to be doing is paying attention to income, such as, you're going to be building joints, different clubs and all that. You'll be able to do drive-bys, rob places, and at the same time you have this the star gauge up on the top right corner with all your other info, like how much beer you're earning, wine, and all that, and how much firearms you have. And then like when you reach full stars, sometimes the police will be out looking for you, and you could actually bribe the police officer to be on your side to cover for you. You could blame other people, and which is pretty cool. So that's like one note to pay attention to. Like I said, you could build other factories like a brewery, so you can start selling beer, hospitals and things like that to heal your team. And of course, even open your own pawn shop, which is not too bad. It's one of those things that's going to help build your income. You have clean money, dirty money, and then occasionally at times, which there was actually quite a few which I really liked. The only time I started really enjoying the game is when there's some story element going on, or when I got into the combat. And the combat, like I said, is a turn-based strategy game. So basically you'll be able to take cover, do actions such as move and shoot at the same time, and things like that. So obviously, you'll be moving your characters. The AI will be moving, his character. I'm just going to prefer the AI as a his, even though it's an it. But anyways, like I said, you take turns, and there's going to be different objectives. And another cool thing to add is actually you could go and rob banks. Now, robbing banks is a little bit tricky, because at first you just have a few guards, and once you get the money, more guards show up. So like I said, you're going to have to use the strategy thing kicking in, such as taking cover, moving your character at the right time, taking precise shots, and different actions as well. And of course, too, at times, if you end up failing some of the missions, especially when police are involved, some of you gangsters could be jailed as well. But you can do some side missions where you break the person out of jail. If done successfully, then the person's out of prison, or you could wait till you complete each section of the mission, and then the person will be free from jail as well. But like overall, the turn-based part is not too bad. One thing I forgot to mention is that this game also features multiplayer, which I actually made an attempt in trying to play some of the multiplayer modes, but no one has the game on Xbox apparently, because everyone is playing it on the PC, which is the superior version. And basically for the multiplayer, there is 4 modes you're able to choose from, 2 of which are cooperative, the other 2 in which you take on an actual player. One of the modes for that particular one is where you're able to face against your opponent's crime lords. So basically it'd be your gangsters versus their gangsters, will be pretty cool to check out. But like I said, no one has it on Xbox. And then the other cooperative modes, one is where you're trying to free some people from the prison, you know, like a prison escape, and the other one is robbing a bank, which would have been pretty cool to check out, but fortunately I never got a chance to, you know, get into a match, which is unlikely. So basically, what do I like about the game, what I dislike? Well, I like the music and theme of the game. The story mode is actually really good, surprisingly. The turn-based mechanic was okay, wasn't too keen on it. It could have been a bit better in my opinion. Let's see, what did I dislike about it? Well, the game has froze on me about a total of 6 times throughout my playthrough. And it's not my Xbox, because my Xbox is fairly new, so that's another, you know, major issue with the game. Having to, you know, hard reset my Xbox to the point where I was kind of worried if it was going to break my Xbox or not. Of course, during the combat, I noticed a ton of frame rate issues, especially, like I said, during the combat, where the characters were kind of glitching everywhere, to where, you know, every time I selected my character, it would deselect it. Then, like I said, the frame rate issues where you see the character stuttering across the map, so which wasn't too good. But like overall, the game was okay. If you were actually interested in this game, I would highly recommend 100% the PC version over the Xbox version. I would say stay away from the Xbox version, just so that way when you have it on the PC, you're able to play the multiplayer, play with other people, and all that fun stuff. And it basically, to me, it looks like it was just strictly made only for the PC. That's what it looks like, the way the mechanics were working on the Xbox, because I did play the demo on the PC, and it looks like it was made perfectly for the PC, not for the Xbox. So overall, for the Xbox 360 version, I give a 6 out of 10. If you guys want to check the walkthrough, check on over at Gamerfuzion.com. And of course, remember, Gamerfuzion empowers your gaming.